Hi, welcome to Sarappreciates. If you're new here, if you're not new here, welcome back. Thanks for returning. I'm Sarah, and I wanted to take this time to share with you. My birthday was this weekend on the 19th of June. I celebrated, and my husband got these balloons for me. They're just huge. I I was very surprised by these, and he asked what I wanted to do, and I told him that I would like to go up north to the Green Bay Zoo. It's called the New Zoo in Green Bay, N.E.W, meaning like Northeast Wisconsin Zoo. And this is the sign for that. And as you arrive, there are these pretty flowers. Yeah, just a tiny garden that you walk through. And then I posed with this bear and its cub, um, which I think is kind of adorable. Anyway, throughout the park, they have these free roaming peacocks. And you see them now and then, and you can hear them calling throughout the park. They're very pretty, and one of them just had like one feather left in its tail. There must be some kind of pecking order, but most of them are very beautiful. I don't want to get too close. I know these are mostly the males. Later on, I think there's a female picture later on I can show you too. So it was kind of a fun experience that way. You know, like you get to see all the little peacocks that are loose running around in the zoo. This is their list of zoo manners, just some basic rules. I thought I would just take a picture of it because yay fun. And then the first guys we saw were these cranes. I'm not exactly sure what kind of cranes these were. At this point, we were still kind of catching our bearings and getting set up. But the next bird that we saw right after them was this one here. And I really love these guys. Uh, Let me see what I can find out. Yeah, that's what I thought. This crow, actually, this African crow can talk like a person. We didn't get to hear it because he was much too interested in his keeper feeding him at that time, but I hear that it's quite an impressive trick that they can do. This next guy is pretty rare. He's an albino alligator. His name is Lucky. He's like a 200-pound alligator, and he's about 14 years old. We've been coming to this zoo for, like I said, probably like over a decade. And he's been here since he was little. So we've gotten to see him grow, and grow he has. I had to have my husband stand here to cast a reflection so that I could get his picture because he's kind of hiding in there. They don't really force the animals out, so I kind of like that about the Suamico Zoo. But yeah, he's a big one, so really big honor to get to see him grow. The zoo right now is a little bit understaffed. I believe they are taking applications in Suamico, Wisconsin. So if you live in the area, they may be looking for help. But this is closed right now due to a shortage of staffing. But the new zoo has an endangered species carousel that's normally running during weekend hours. We went there on a weekday because it was my birthday. But typically, this is one of the attractions that's actually in operation during their peak business hours. And as promised from before, now I'm not certain, she doesn't have the long tail as the other peacocks, but she does have a little bit of the headdress of the peacocks. So I think this was a female, either that or it's an albino peacock. Uh, that's my animal knowledge for you. So, anyway, she was very friendly and she almost came up to us. But I just wanted to show she's a bit smaller than the other boys that were in the area. And again, the long tail was missing. The new zoo is small, so this next area, welcome to the sharks of Wisconsin. I'm not sure what's up with the shark up there, but this is the ceiling shot of their little aquarium and reptile house. It's pretty small, but we did get to see an African bullfrog. And this guy was pretty cute. He's pretty chill. So I think this is him. On some of the cages, like by the ferrets, they had like a little sign that said, this is a dead sleeping ferret. It's just their metabolism slows when the ferret sleeps, so it may not look like it's breathing, but it's a real ferret and it is breathing and it's okay. So, like that, the frog, it sits pretty still and they were like, it's alive, don't worry. After that, we came out and around the corner, there's this little area where they put on shows with birds and different animals that are animal ambassadors for their species. And they have this little statue that I thought was super cute because kids climb all over it. It's missing a tusk, but it's this little baby elephant. I think it's really adorable. I don't think the zoo actually has any elephants. I know they have giraffes, but again, that enclosure was sort of closed off. We didn't see the giraffes because the feeding isn't, they normally have giraffe feedings in their peak business hours. But again, we were there on a weekday, so it wasn't as busy and there weren't enough staff to do that. So we kind of just stuck with some of the smaller attractions. This is Big Al. He is, oh gosh, let me pronounce this. He is an Aldabra tortoise. They have two. There's Tootsie and Big Al. I got a kick out of this one because he's next to his teddy bear. I just thought that was adorable. Anyway, they're only allowed outside of their enclosure when it's warm enough because they're cold-blooded animals and they need warmth. And so that's the shtick with these guys. But there's a pair of them and they're adorable. Now, meet Wisconsin's animal. Oh, like literally, our state animal is the badger. Uh, these bad boys can be pretty mean if they're they can be aggressive if they're provoked. They have pretty serious claws because they're burrowing animals, and they're, I believe, in the weasel family. And sorry for that. They generally are like more of a nocturnal animal. So if you go to the zoo, don't expect a whole lot of activity. They might walk in circles a little bit, but this guy was just kind of sitting there chilling out. So it's kind of a hot day and probably waiting for evening. Right next door to the badgers are these little cuties. These are prairie dogs. They're kind of loud. Sometimes when we've gone to the zoo, you can hear them yipping throughout the zoo. They now have their enclosures a little different than I remembered it. There's more glass involved. It used to be more of an open space that was just surrounded by a pit. But I think since COVID and whatnot, they started putting in more glass enclosures. So I had to kind of get close up to them. They didn't even flinch. They don't seem to mind people all that much. And let me get this close to take the picture. Aren't they cute? They're so sweet. Here I have to apologize. I'm very sorry that I didn't get a video of these swans. Here's a mated pair, and they were doting on this little tiny baby. They had one hatchling. I don't know what happened to the rest of their clutch. There was no one there really by the birds at that moment to ask, but I only saw one little cygnet. That's what a baby swan is called, little cygnet. And boy, they were really protective and doting on him. I'm just going through these pictures really fast. I wish I had taken more of like a video. I have some videos coming up in this video, more like some moving shots of a few of the animals. But I wish I had done that for these. I don't know what I was thinking. We were kind of rushing through. We knew that the day was getting, they were going to be closing within like an hour or two. So we were just making our way through as quickly as possible. We just wanted to see as many animals as we could. So I apologize that this isn't a video, that it's just a few photos. But they are cute. This tree used to be really tall, and I don't know what happened, but since the last time I saw this raccoon, the tree was really tall, and the raccoon used to climb up and down the tree and kind of, put on a show. He's a little ham, but I think he's gotten a little older now. If this is the same raccoon, I'm not even sure. And they made a sling out of it. The tree must have I don't know, fallen or something. But yeah, used to be a really nice big tree, and now they use it to give him a bed, a little place to hang out during the day. I think that's pretty adorable. These are called black-necked stilts. And it's just this funny little bird, and they stand around. It's kind of just that's what they do. That they're cute, and there's a pair of them together, so I think that's sort of adorable. And then I don't know what happened to this owl, but for some reason, this is a burrowing owl, but we found him kind of high up, so looking at us very judgmentally, and yeah, he wanted to nap. And if you look, this is just a little guy peeking out of his hide. Oh my God, it was so cute. This little tiny tamarin monkey. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but so cute. And his whiskers looked so soft. All right, so yeah, I like monkeys and I think they're really cute. I know that some people say they're just a nuisance if you like live near monkeys, but they're so adorable. They have fingers. How can you not love them? This picture here, uh, these are cranes. I don't know exactly what kind of cranes these are. The purpose for this picture is because normally up on this observation deck, you can see a moose, and the moose can walk almost up to the observation deck. And the the height of this observation deck, the moose's horns are just barely out of reach. Like that's how tall a moose is. Anyway, I know I have these cranes trying to show you some kind of example, but the moose wasn't there, so don't know what to say about that. Here's some cranes instead. The first time we walked past this porcupine, it had its head in a bucket, and that was it. It just wouldn't. It was all. It wasn't moving. It just had its head in a blue bucket. The second time we walked past, it was finally interacting with some food in a dish. Someone had come past, I guess, and redirected their porcupine to do something maybe a little more interesting. I don't know. So I snapped a pic. Anyway, he's adorable. I love porcupines. I don't know how smart they are, but they, you know, damn those quills because they look so snuggly and adorable. I just want to huggles them, and they can't be huggles. I don't even know if they can huggle each other. I don't know what they, how they are with snuggling one another, but this is what a porcupine looks like. Next up is the bald eagle. That's right, that's the American bald eagle, our national bird. Every time I go there, this bird is sitting right there on that branch. I don't know if it does much. I mean, it looks around, it moves, but that's pretty much what the bald eagle does at this park anyway. I have a friend, my sister-in-law, who is right now, I'm not sure. I think it's for some kind of bird association or whatever, but she's taking photos of two eagles' nests right now. They're in the wild, and I think that that's pretty cool. So every now and again, I go and check her Facebook and look at the cute little eaglets. They're pretty serious little guys. As far as baby animals go, they're right up there with snakes as far as that very serious look. No matter how cute they are, they look really serious. I don't know what kind of ducks these are. I tried to find a blue-billed duck on Google to no avail. So if you know what kind of duck this is, please let me know in the comments on YouTube below. Uh, if you're seeing this on my Facebook, yeah, leave a comment if you know what kind of duck these are. It's so cute. These ducks are just adorable. I can't believe, blue is not a common color in nature aside from the sky. Blue isn't often found naturally, and so it's very unusual to just find blue on this animal just randomly like this. That's pretty cool. So anyway, yeah, a blue-billed duck. Cool. And look at him. He's like showing off. It's so cute. Then we have bison. I don't know why they're by the birds. They just are. And they're so huge and ginormous and sort of an unexpected thing to see right after the birds or right by the birds. But they're pretty cool. So, yeah, American bison. And of course, like no tour of a Wisconsin zoo would be quite complete without a bunch of Canadian geese because Wisconsin. Anyway, here's some geese. This is more what I expected, like with the swans, a family, like a bigger family. Uh, but here we go. Across the street from the zoo, though, there's a much larger pond with many more geese. And that can get pretty funny if you're picnicking there. They can get a little aggressive. But yeah, nature, crazy birds. At a certain point, my husband Jerry took my phone and took some pictures of his own. He went into the bird enclosure, and I don't know. I think he was having a Zen moment with this pelican because he snapped a few pictures of the pelican and then did what I should have been doing all along and got a little bit of footage of the pelican too. So, um, yeah, I don't know what it is about this pelican, but yeah, there's something quite cool and quite zen about this bird. I don't know, but have a look for yourself. It was about 80 degrees Fahrenheit at the time when I when we visited the park. So I expected these African penguins to be in the water and keeping cool, and that's not what they were doing. They were huddled together, they were in the sun mostly. I thought they would be seeking shade and shelter from the sun and the heat, but apparently they don't mind. So that's what's up with the penguins. I don't know. I was expecting something else. I thought that they would be really uncomfortable. Apparently, that's not true. Before we left, we went back to take one more look for the otters. I didn't think I was going to see any, but, well, they did come out and give us just a teeny little show. So, the park was announcing the zoo was going to close because there's an action park too. It wasn't really open, but that they were going to close because it was coming up on dusk. But the otters did come out to say hello.
The otters are here. Wait. Okay, there it is. Otters! Look at them go. Oh, they're so cute. love otters. Okay, well, they're way over there now. Yeah. Cutesy.
After that, we went home and I had my birthday dinner. I ordered from the Japanese restaurant across the street, and I got maki rolls. These are LA rolls, and they're avocado and asparagus salad with spinach. So, overall, it was a wonderful day. I had so much fun. Thank you, Jerry, for treating me to a really fun day and a wonderful dinner afterwards. It was really good. So, oh, and also, thank you to Kayla, my other sister-in-law, who gave me these dishes a long time ago. I still use them and the chopsticks. So, thank you, Kayla. All right, well, that's all I really have for you right now. But thanks for watching and have a wonderful day. Please be kind to yourself and others. Bye.